Arjuna, who is guided by the infallible Lord as a friend and driver, thus satisfied, dear lady, by such statements. Then he dressed in armor and armed himself with the furious weapons, and getting into his chariot, he set out to follow Ashwatthama, the son of his martial teacher. Verse 18. Tam apatantam savilakshadura. Tam apatantam savilakshadura. Savilakshadura. Kumara Odvegnamanarathena. Paratrapat Pran Paritsur Uryabhyam. Yavat Kamam Rudra Bhayad Yathaka. Okay, you want to try? Try. Sur Uryabhyam. Yavat Kamam Rudra Bhayad Yathaka. Tam apatantam, coming over furiously. Sa, he, vilakshan, seen, dura, from a distance. Komaraha, the murderer of the princess. Udvignamana, disturbed in mind. Rathena, on the chariot. Paratravat, fled. Prana, life. Paritsu, for protecting. Urvyam, with great speed. Yavat Gamam, as he fled. Rudra Bhayad, by fear of Shiva. Yatha, as Kaha, Brahma, or Araka, Surya. Translation. Ashwatthama, the murderer of the princes, seen from the great distance, Arjuna coming at him with great speed, fled in the chariot, panic-stricken, just to save his life, as Brahma fled in the fear from Shiva. Ashwatthama Arjun coming at him with a great speed, fled in his chariot, panic-stricken, just to save his life, as Brahma fled in fear from Shiva. Forward by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki. According to the reading matter, either Kaha or Araka, there are two references in the Puranas. Kaha means Brahma, who once became allured by his daughter and began to follow her, which infuriated Shiva, who attacked Brahma with his trident. Brahmaji fled in the fear of his life. As far as Arka is concerned, there is a reference in the Vaman Purana. There was a demon by the name of Vidyunmali who was gifted with a glowing golden airplane which traveled to the back of the sun, and night disappeared because of the glowing effulgence of his flame. Thus, sun god became angry, and with his virulent rays, he melted the plane. This enraged Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva then attacked sun god, who fled away and at last fell down at Kashi, Varanasi, and the place became famous as Lolarka. Om Gyantimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurmilitam Tasmai Shri Gurave Shri Chaitanya Manodishtam Namaste Taptakanchana Gaurani Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarudascha Kripa Sindhubhya Eva Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So in the Bhagavatam, there is a lot of philosophy, and there is also pastimes or Leela or Katha or history. So in the first canto is the introduction to the Bhagavatam. The first canto is like an introduction to the rest of the Bhagavatam. So the first canto focuses on the life of two main personalities of the Bhagavatam. Who are the two main personalities of the Bhagavatam? The two main personalities of the Bhagavatam are Shukdev Goswami and Parikshit Maharaj. Why they are the main personalities? Because the main of the Bhagavatam starting to talk about Parikshit Maharaj from the end of the Mahabharata. What is the end of the Mahabharata? End of the Mahabharata battle of Kurukshetra is the day Duryodhan dies, is the day that the Mahabharata would officially end. So starting from there, at the end of the Mahabharata, what happened? Duryodhan is still alive, struggling between life and death, because he's been hurt so badly, and Bhimsen doesn't want to hit him anymore to kill him quicker. He's been incapacitated, and he's basically laying down there and waiting for the death to come. And this is a very special personality, a very special death, a very special strike. Maybe I should mention that. His mother had the power to convert his whole body into ironclad. And she wanted to use that power to save him from upcoming death from the hands of Bhimsen and the Pandavas. So she invited him at night to come and see him, or very early in the morning, when it's still dark outside, and said to him, "Come to see me as you were born." So he understood that my mother wants me to come to see her naked, not wearing anything. That was her plan. But Krishna knew that now if he goes to see his mother naked, she's going to make his whole body into ironclad, and nobody will be able to defeat him. So Krishna expertly showed up in the way and said, "Oh, Duryodhan, you're not really thinking to go see your mother like this." He said, "No, but my mother said." Yeah, sure. Your mother said, you are more civilized. You can't go. You are an adult. Look at you. You cannot stand in front of your mother like this with no clothes. So Duryodhan for a minute surrendered to Krishna and said, "What should I do? She asked me to not wear any clothes." I said, "Okay." She asked you not to wear any clothes, but wearing leaves is not clothes. Just wear leaf. understanding my mother and going to see my mom. And Krishna stopped me and put some sense into me and made me put this leaf on. But then, of course, he said, well, it's okay if this portion is not ironclad. Nobody's allowed to hit me in this portion anyways. But seeing no other way to kill Duryodhana, Krishna asked Bhimsen to hit him in that area. So Ashwatthama now feels that Duryodhana has been treated unfairly. He should not have been hidden in that part, and so on and so forth. So he wants to make Duryodhana happy. So in order to make Duryodhana happy, he goes and kills 5. He actually devises a plan to kill the 5 Pandavas. He knew that he could not kill them while they were awake, so he devised a plan to go kill them while they were sleeping. He said, I will go and kill them while they were sleeping. So he went to the wrong tent, wrong camp, and the 5 sons of the Pandavas were sleeping there, and he thought the 5 Pandavas were sleeping there. So he killed them while they were asleep. And then the Pandavas found out that Ashwatthama cowardly came and killed our sons. So now Arjuna is mad at Ashwatthama, and that's what it says. Arjuna, who's guided by the infallible Lord as a friend and driver. Sounds like Bhagavad Gita, but it is Bhagavatam. Thus satisfied the dear lady by such statement. The dear lady in this reference is Draupadi, because they were all Draupadi's sons. Then he dressed in an armor and armed himself with the furious weapons. Getting into his chariot, he set out to follow Ashwatthama, the son of his martial teacher. So that's the background. And going further, it still goes into the story of Ashwatthama, the murderer of the princes, seeing from a great distance Arjuna coming with great speed, fled in his chariot, panic-stricken, just to save his life as Brahma fled from Shiva. So it was just analogy used how Ashwatthama is running away from Arjuna as Brahma ran away from Shiva. So in a way, Arjuna is being compared to something very powerful, someone very powerful, or almost as powerful as Lord Shiva. In any case, in the purport, Srila Prabhupada says, Kaha has 2 meanings. It can be Kaha, it can towards sex. Although she was not sexually inclined towards him. In the purport, Srila Prabhupada says, it is said that the senses are so mad and strong that they can bewilder even the most sensible and learned man. Therefore, it is advised that one should not indulge in living alone with one's mother, sister, or daughter. Vitvamansam api karshati means that even the most learned who become victims of the sensuous urge. Maitreya hesitated to state this anomaly on part of Brahma, who was sexually inclined towards his own daughter, but still mentioned it because sometimes it so happens that living example is Brahma himself. Although he is the primeval living being and the most learned within the whole universe, if Brahma could be victim of sexual urge, then what of others who are prone to so many mundane frivolities? This extraordinary immorality on part of Brahma was heard to have occurred in some time in the particular kalpa. Here in this paragraph, Srila Prabhupada is picking up on the importance of reading and studying the Bhagavatam or Nityam Bhagavad Sevaya. That Brahma made that mistake, but he made that before he got the Bhagavatam, and then after that he got the Bhagavatam. This extraordinary immorality on the part of Brahma was heard to have occurred in a particular kalpa, but it could not have happened in the kalpa in which Brahma heard directly from the Lord the 4 essential verses of the Srimad Bhagavatam, because the Lord blessed Brahma after giving him the lessons on the Bhagavatam that he would never be bewildered in any kalpa whatsoever. This indicates that before the hearing of Srimad Bhagavatam, he might have fallen a victim to such sensuality. But after hearing Srimad Bhagavatam directly from the Lord, there was no possibility of such failure. So, Srila Prabhupada is trying to say, everybody is subject to falling, but of course, devotees who hear Bhagavatam every day, Nityam Bhagavad Sevaya, are less likely. One, in the next paragraph, Srila Prabhupada is giving a message, especially for the Brahmacharya ashram. This is the same purport continuing in every different paragraph. Srila Prabhupada is giving a different message. One should, however, take serious note of this incident. A human being is social animal, and his unrestricted mixing with the fair sex leads to downfall. Such social freedom of men and women, especially among the younger section, is certainly a great stumbling block on the path of spiritual progress. Material bondage is due only to sexual bondage, saved by the mercy of the Lord with little punishment, but by the grace of Lord, he did not lose his prestige as the great Brahma. And then further at the end of this chapter, still talking about 3rd canto, 12th chapter, at the end of the chapter, Srila Prabhupada gives a final explanation on this matter. In the material world, Brahma is the complete representation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And transcendental sound, Pranava, comes from him. He is therefore invested with multifarious energies, from which all demigods like Indra, Chandra, and Varuna are manifested. His transcendental value is not to be minimized, even though he exhibited a tendency to enjoy his own daughter. There is a purpose for the exhibition of such tendency by Brahma, and he is not to be condemned like an ordinary living entity. So there is a message and lila behind it. He should not be condemned for that. So that was one of the two matters. The translation of Kaha as Brahma, and then there's the translation of Kaha as Arkaha. And Arkaha means sun god. There's a whole different pastime here. As far as Arkaha is concerned, there's a reference in the Vaman Puran. There was a demon by the name of Vidyunmali who was gifted with a glowing golden airplane, which he traveled to back of the sun. And night disappeared because of his glowing effulgence of his plane. Thus, sun god became angry at Vidyunmali, and he burned with his rays, he burned the plane. And that enraged Lord Shiva. Why would that enrage Lord Shiva? Vidyunmali is a demon. So there is a pastime of Vidyunmali. Vidyunmali is one of those demons who want to be immortal. All demons are like that. Almost all of them want immortality. So this is a special demon. He worked out a way because somebody told him that you will not get immortality. So he said, okay, I'm going to get immortality from Shiva in another way. So what am I going to do? So I'm going to please Shiva, and when Shiva comes to give me a boon, I will ask Shiva to remain in my protection, become my bodyguard. Shiva, you want to give me a boon? Then give me a boon that you become my bodyguard for the rest of the time, with your trident and everything else, ready to defeat even Yamraj be careful. So Vidun Mali didn't care. And so Vidun Mali is a very arrogant demon, and he's going around trying to pick fights with other big, huge personalities. That what he can to make him look big. So there's a whole series of people that he tried to pick a fight with. And Sun God was another one on his bucket list that I'm going to go and deal with this Sun God. These are three brothers, Kamalaksha and Virupaksha, three brothers. They seem to own the three metals: bronze, silver, and gold. He is the oldest, he is the gold man. The younger one is the silver man, and the younger one than that is the bronze man. So they have their own brand, they have their own line of finish, and they seem to have control over these metals more than others. So he is the gold man. Everything he has is gold and shiny and effulgent, and he particularly goes, this pastime is not, he just doesn't go by chance. He is particularly going to try to infuriate Sun God by his action of making daytime where Sun God wants to make nighttime. Sun God decides where on the earth is going to be nighttime and where on the earth is going to be daytime. And if you go in between and try to meddle with his work, what he's trying to do, of course, that's going to infuriate him. But then Vidun Mali is thinking, okay, you want to fight me? So that's why even Sun God could not say anything. It doesn't say Sun God killed him. Sun God could have killed him. But even Sun God did not kill Vidun Mali. He just burned the chariot. It says clearly in the purport that the Sun God became angry and he burned down, melted the plane. He still did not kill him. But Shiva is now playing the role of his bodyguard. So he is considering Vidun Mali to be his master. And now, because you have now offended my master, you offended me. So it is said that, not here but in the Purana, that Shiva got so mad at the sun god, he broke the sun. He broke the sun, killed the sun, and threw him down onto the earth. Of course, with the sun missing, the whole universe was on his case. What did you do? Without the sun, we cannot survive. All the rishis, maharishis, sages, they all started praying to Lord Shiva. What have you done? You took our sun away. How are we going to survive without the sun? And Shiva makes the sun So Shiva attacked the sun god who fled away from and fell down in Kashi. So in Kashi, it says, and the place became famous as Lolarka. This Lolarka is still there in Kashi. It's a very special place. It's like something you've never seen. To go to Lolarka, you have to climb down from the sea level, from the road, inside these big steps, at least 100 of them. So it looks like somewhere at one time maybe a meteor hit the earth and made such a great hole and made something down there. So Lolarka is same way. It has very nice stairs all around, all four sides. It's like a square. For all four sides, there are stairs. You can climb down, and there's a kunda. Okay. To Lolarka. Yeah. Yeah. Huh? Yeah, not to Lolarka. So, see, Varanasi or Kashi is the city. Lolarka is just a place. Are you sure? Lolarka you can take up. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. So, no, no. It, Kashi is not Lolarka. There is a place called Lolarka or Lolarka Maheshwara, so many other names. Lolarka, Lolarkund, yeah. Lolarka Maheshwar. So it's a place like the size of this temple. Uh, this temple property maybe called Lolarka within Kashi. Kashi did not become known as Lolarka. Kashi is Kashi. It's known as Varanasi, it's known as Banaras, it's known as Kashi. These are all the names of the city. That is the Kund. See, this is Lolarka. So, yes, in Varanasi, it's a sacred site. So just like there are so many temples to visit in Varanasi, Lolarka is one of those places. You go and you go down, see how deep the place is. You go down, there's a kunda, you take a bath in the kunda, and one special day of the year, they have a special bathing ceremony for couples who are wanting to have children. Those who are wanting to have children and not having so much luck, husband, wife go there and go all the way down. You give one fruit into the kund, and then you take a vow not to eat that fruit. Meaning, if you gave one banana, you take a vow to not eat banana until your wish is fulfilled. Anyway, those are Karmakanda things. But what I want to mention is it's a very special place. It's still there, and the people, the local story, they will tell you that Shiva had a fight with sun god, and when Shiva hit the sun god had a shield in front of him, and that shield broke because Shiva hit it with such a great force, and that shield fell down. sun fell down and made this place called Lolarka. I don't know if it's symbolic or how much sense we can make out of it, but yeah, yeah. So what I'm saying is that Lolarka place that is mentioned here is still there. There's all kinds of videos and all kinds of information on YouTube on Lolarka. So Vidunmali went and challenged Vivaswan, and Vivaswan killed his chariot, and that infuriated Shiva, and then Shiva attacked the sun, basically killed the sun, and that pastime is represented in Varanasi even today with this holy place, a symbol of that pastime, that fight between Lord Shiva and Vivaswan, and that place is still there. So in conclusion, Ashwatthama ran from the scene, is what it is said. As Brahma ran away from Lord Shiva, or sun god ran away from Shiva. Shiva was approaching sun god to punish him for burning the chariot of Vidunmali. Sun tried to run away from Shiva, and Shiva got him anyways. And there is a symbol of that pastime still present, that next time you go to Varanasi, that you can have darshan of this place. Varanasi is a very nice place to go now, because where the main darshan place was very tight to go, and now there is a whole area has been opened up, so the devotees and tourists can go nicely, openly. Everybody has space, and very nice facility has been made in Varanasi, and so is Ayodhya. Ayodhya is close by, and Ayodhya, for the first time recently, has beaten the Taj Mahal in terms of number of people coming to see the place. Number of people coming to Ayodhya is now higher than number of people coming to see the Taj Mahal. I think that's a big achievement for Ayodhya. Also, this year in India, for the New Year's, not so many people went to places like Goa. Places like Goa were like empty, were virtually empty, and the places to have darshan, the temples, had 10 times more the crowd than ever before. 10 times multiplied in 1 year, from the last New Year to this New Year. Yeah. So something is happening by the mercy of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said that for the next 10,000 years, his movement will grow, and it is having effect everywhere. If it has effect, yeah, stampede at Tirupati. At Tirupati, they had a stampede. No, the main Tirupati temple had a stampede. Yeah, 6 people died and 36 seriously injured. Now, it's bad news in that sense, but the other side of the news is like they got so many people, more than what they expected, that they couldn't handle. Like, this is not a place where sometimes you get rushed. This is a place always ready to handle so many people. And they got so surprised that so many people came that they could not handle. Vaikuntha Ekadashi. So Vaikuntha Ekadashi is like considered to be the appearance day of Tirupati. Is a main day for him, but they expect that we're going to have 10 times more people than regular days, and they were all ready, but they had so much more than the highest number they expected that they couldn't handle it. They tried to pack people in the parks where people are not supposed to go in the park. They packed people in the park, and they had to take somebody out, and everybody just. In India, people have very little patience also. I think everywhere people have little patience. Everybody just wants to go and accomplish what they have gone out to do and do it as quickly as possible. So I'm saying, although it's a bad news, so many people died, but in the same direction that they never expected so many people would come for Vaikuntha Ekadashi, that came. And so the expectations, the results are going much above the expectations. It's not that they were not ready. It's not that they didn't know it was Vaikuntha Ekadashi. It's not that they didn't know that so many people, extra people will come. They knew all of it. But people exceeded. So it's a good news. In that sense, of course, it's not a good news that people had to suffer, but it's a good news in that sense that so many people are coming to see the Supreme Lord. Banki Bihari, all of the Vrindavan temples, Ayodhya, Tirupati, you name it, all the famous temples are having so many extra people. Our Indian temples need to prepare for more because our Indian temples are facing the same thing. Having so many extra guests. Thank you very much. That was the conclusion. Any questions or comments?
Krishna Prabhu, Dandat Pranam.
Dandat Pranam.
Oh, nice class. And Prabhu, you're right. The devotees, the so-called devotees, increasing all over the world. And Mayapur, I think His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj was warning all of us that we need to have proper signage all over our ISKCON in Mayapur. And the average number of people visiting every day is 60,000 plus on a regular day. I don't know what will happen on a festival time. And same thing is happening, Prabhu, here also in our Radha Madan Mohan temple. In the evening, last year we used to have from 6 to 8, roughly 25 to 30 people visiting. And now it has crossed, I think, 50 to 60 people are coming. So almost double, maybe more than double. So you're right in that sense.
Thank you, Janaki Jivan Prabhu. I went to Mayapur for the first time during the Kartik this year.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it is so difficult to move. So difficult to move. You have to plan ahead. If you want to walk 1 kilometer, it can take you an hour because there are just so many people. You cannot just walk. You have to adjust with everybody else and everything else going around.
Yes,
inside